Hello mes demoiselles, welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. My name is Tricia and I'm a content creator. Now, if this is the first time you're here, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything new that I publish every week. In today's video, I will be listing the signs of a desperate woman, which might help you understand why men run away from such women and how you can improve your worth if the traits shared in this video reflect your personality and character. Desperation is never a good thing, and there are countless women out there who are desperate. Ladies, I don't know how much I can emphasize this, but desperation is toxic and not so elegant. You can only imagine the things our sisters are doing and putting up with just out of desperation. But the sad part is that some of them are ignorant of the fact that they're being desperate. Desperation would only make a woman lose her value and make her seem ordinary in the eyes of men. Some women are attention seekers and they want all the focus on them from the first date onward. Acting desperate for a man will only lead a woman to humiliation, rejection, and more loneliness than she started with. Appearing as a desperate person hurts your self-esteem and lowers your self-worth. Now, I would like to add this. Desperation is a condition of life. It is normal to be desperate. Everyone gets desperate. Matter of fact, the Bible is full of desperate people. As shown in Psalms 142, verse 6, "Listen to my cry, for I am in desperate need. Rescue me from those who pursue me, for they are too strong for me." 2 Samuel 24:14 says, "I'm in a desperate situation," David replied to God, "but let us fall into the hands of the Lord, for his mercy is great. Do not let me fall into human hands." These Bible verses, among many others, go to show that desperation is part of life. The problem is not that we are desperate. The problem is anchored in what we are desperate for and what we do with our desperation. It is the way in which we respond to desperation that makes the difference. So here are the 4 signs that show a woman is desperate based on the ways she decides to respond to desperation. Number 1, she constantly posts on social media. Ladies, it is important to know that social media is a multifaceted tool. Social media can help you meet the love of your life or make you seem like a needy and desperate person. Social media is a very powerful tool and it can be very useful if we use it properly for our benefit and that of others. In today's world, it is inevitable that we use social media, but be mindful that social media platforms can be your friend or your enemy depending on how you choose to use them. A desperate person who has low self-esteem will post dozens of pictures of themselves half naked and wearing questionable outfits just to show their crush who is the boss. These types of women will spend a good portion of their time scrolling up and down, liking and commenting, and reacting to their crush's pictures, stories, and highlights whenever they post something new. In addition, they may go as far as posting sad posts and quotes in the hope to get noticed or elicit a reaction from their crush. Some even get blocked due to various reasons, and instead of moving on, they go ahead and create a new account and start messaging the person immediately or go as far as creating a fake account to spy on their crush, not knowing that by doing these things, she's setting up herself for failure and chasing the man away. Because this portrays them as clingy, attention and affirmation seekers, which in turn diminishes their value and self-worth in the eyes of the one they're trying to impress. Some other women post because they think if they do not post, they will forget about them and start talking to other women. I'm pretty sure you have heard this saying somewhere before. Far from sight, far from mind and heart. Oh, my dear lady, note this. A man that truly loves and cares to know you will do all it takes, regardless of all circumstances and excuses one may present, to hear from you or see you. You will become his priority. Hence, he cannot forget about your existence as you're always on his mind. If you're worried that a man will forget about you or your existence, and you claim that he loves you, then I think we have a serious problem that needs to be sorted out. Maybe you're just lying to yourself. Actions never lie, my dear ladies. Instead of embarrassing yourself, I will advise you to rest in your feminine energy and allow the man to express his feelings and show his clear intentions. You do not need to overwork yourself just for some temporary attention and affection that you will receive from an interested man that was coerced into something he never intended to be involved in. Lean back and let him come to you voluntarily. Some other women won't stop talking about all their amazing sides and achievements in hopes to get the men to stick around and be interested to get to know them. They are so desperate to show how funny and smart they can be. But one thing they seem to forget is that men like women who are a little secretive about themselves. Women who don't lay all their cards on the table immediately. They like some challenges. Let them dig to find the treasures. Men enjoy when they are challenged. They enjoy the chess and the mystery. Not only does this spice things up, but it also allows you to find out if he really is serious about you. This has nothing to do with mind games, but more with self-respect and value. This leads me to point number 2. She's always fishing for compliments. Ladies, I know how much we like to hear good things about ourselves, and being complimented is one of those things that enlightens our days. We just love it and cannot help ourselves. But this becomes less pleasant when we have to work for those compliments, going out of our way to be noticed. Fishing for compliments means putting someone in a position that forces them to constantly offer you praise even though they don't want, just to make you feel happy. For example, you post a picture on social media and write, "Oh my God, I look so fat in this picture." Usually such captions are designed to attract praise. The other technique will be to ask questions that trigger compliments. For example, "Have you seen my new haircut?" Or, "My hair is a mess," when the hair is perfectly done. All this adds up to show that you have low self-esteem and you are insecure. You are manipulating others to get compliments. The sad part is that half of the time, these compliments are not genuine. The person is just telling you what you want to hear to make you happy and boost your fragile ego. As part of their constant attempt for affection, such women will go as far as dressing provocatively even when it's not appropriate. This is another tactic used by such women to fish for compliments, by showing a lot of skin and enjoying the lustful looks they get from those around them. Men lose respect for such women because they do not leave much for them to guess about. They leave everything open for men and anyone else to see. It makes them look like that's all they have to offer. This can also make you come off as kind of trashy and easy to get and manipulate. Women using such tactics could also be referred to as those who are possessed by the spirit of Jezebel. A Jezebel is someone who uses sexual persuasion to get someone to do something for her. The Jezebel spirit seeks to lure men away from their families, marriages, values, and beliefs. A woman with such a spirit is referred to as controlling, manipulative, and seducing. And God is not pleased with such women because they are not helping to build the body of Christ and work for the vision and mission that God has for humanity. Such women are the stone depicted in Peter 2 verse 8, a stone that causes people to stumble and a rock that makes them fall. Desperation is very dangerous and can affect you in so many areas of your life without you knowing. The other instance where the use of external validation can become dangerous is when people don't meet your expectations. Given that this is the technique you have chosen to use to boost your confidence, if the people you're talking to do not affirm you in the way you expected, it may lead to you feeling sad and rejected, which can create a ripple effect on your mental wellness. Strong and self-aware women don't fish for compliments by playing mind games or forcing a man to notice their value, beauty, strength, or intelligence. If you truly believe you're worthy of compliments, then let them come to you naturally. No need to force, because everything that is done by force ends up causing damage somewhere along the way. Point number 3 is that she's always available. When a woman is ready to ditch her plans with family and friends for a date with a potential partner, that is an alarming sign that she's desperate. One thing for sure is that men are not stupid. They can sense desperation. They know when women have baggage lined up from here to eternity. Ladies, it is dangerous for a man to know that he has you wrapped around his fingers and can treat you however he wants. When you show a man that you are too available, it comes across like you don't have a life of your own, which may put you at risk of being taken for granted. When a man knows they've already got you hooked and can have you whenever they please, the interest goes away fairly quickly. Desperation pushes you to tolerate bad behavior, letting other people do whatever they want because they know you are so attracted to them. For example, some would speak to you disrespectfully or lie to you. This slowly diminishes your value to them because it shows that you will tolerate anything. You don't value yourself enough to stand up for yourself when your boundaries are crossed. Replying immediately to his calls or texts. It is okay to reply right away if you're not busy with anything, but this should be done with moderation. Sending 50 texts per day is a bit over the board. You don't want it to look as if all you have to do is reply to his texts or phone calls. Whenever you miss his call, you feel the need to call back right away and start apologizing and providing unsolicited explanations. Let me tell you, though you may think you're doing this out of good heart, the truth is, it sounds more desperate than anything else. The other thing that sounds very desperate coming from a woman is constantly saying yes to all his demands and ideas as if you do not have your own plans. Most people do this because they do not want to frustrate the other person or in fear of losing them. So they rather are agreeable and very submissive just to get the attention they desperately need. Please note this. If you're too available for someone, they might not respect you. They might think you have no life, no friends, and nothing else going on in your life. This will scare them off and push them away because no one wants to be stuck with a boring person with no ambitions. Remember, the more of something we get, the less valuable it becomes. And this happens subconsciously. My dear ladies, a man is not going to lose interest in you just because you're busy one night. So feel free to turn down his offer to watch Netflix in his parents' basement or offer to go out for lunch. There is no harm in keeping a man waiting or saying no. After all, you have to remind yourself that you are not and should never be an option to anyone. You are a priority, and even in God's own eyes, you are a priority. So why allow a common human being to treat you anyhow just because of temporary gratification? Your Creator loves and cares for you so much. He has all the love and attention you will ever need. Those for whom you're forsaking your God-given value and self-worth can hurt and betray you. They can only give you so much, but our Father, God, is the essence of true love and appreciation. You must be able to love yourself before even contemplating entering into a relationship with someone else. The fourth trait of a desperate woman is that she's always willing to give more than she gets. Naturally, women are romantic. They love to give and they are generous. When they love someone, they want to show them that they truly love and are willing to do everything for them. Being passionate is our natural state. We are truly natural born givers. But the problem comes up when some of us use gifts to buy the love and affection of the men we are dating or want to date. Buying expensive gifts and giving special treatment though the man has not committed. Giving too much, too soon, surely will backfire. Men do not like to be smothered. When they feel smothered, chased, or pursued, they say things like, "I need some space." Normally, the man is the one that has to show more interest in you and is more accepted by society standard if he gets you flowers or a box of candy, etc. Take note of this. Your value is not found in what you can provide. I am of the belief that when it comes to the dating stages, our value as women comes from the more intangible things. Your ability to give your presence and enjoy and appreciate your man being the provider that he is meant to be is far more interesting than your ability to give expensive gifts. If he's not committed yet, then whether you are dating or having something long term, your focus still needs to be on establishing the dynamic that you want with a man. Your focus should not be on buying him expensive gifts to impress him or taking him to special destinations, especially in the early stages of dating. You don't want to start a relationship based on you trying hard to prove your worth. Desperation only makes you blind to how good you can have it by taking care of yourself and putting your needs first. Desperation makes you decide that having a man is more important than fixing your issues. It does not allow you to be the person you want to be. You don't get close to people as much as you would want because your neediness pushes them away. When you're desperate to have someone in your life, it means you're desperate for validation from others, when the only validation you need is your own and God's. Healthy men aren't drawn to insecurity and neediness. They are drawn to confident women who know their worth and know they can make it on their own. Relationship experts always say that the best bonds form between two people who know who they are and feel complete in themselves. So, my dear ladies, my question to you is, do you want a healthy man that values you, or a man that will have you wrapped around his fingers and play with your emotions and feelings as he pleases? Because you are too insecure to say no to his ways in fear to lose him, though he has not even committed to you. What kind of a man do you want? The choice is yours, but choose wisely. If you think that any of these characteristics mentioned in this video fit your personality, please do yourself a favor and make some changes in how you relate to men. If you want men to find you attractive and irresistible, do not act desperate, no matter how badly you want them to make you their lady. And that marks the end of our video for today. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, kindly let me know in a comment below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you for watching and see you soon. À bientôt, mesdemoiselles.